Now let us discuss about organizational manuals. So we know what is organization and what is a manual. So manual is nothing but it is an important documentation or it gives an idea about the organization. So as far as the organization manual is concerned, it is an important thing which every organization should have, and every person who is dealing in the organization should know about the manuals, how it has been prepared and what is the contents of it. So this is giving us the idea about the particular organization, how it is going to function, what is the motto of the organization, and all these details are being given in the manuals. So this manual is much important, and it is like it is giving a supplementary evidence. So it is giving us some supplementary additional details. So whatever has been given in the charts, organization charts, that is being supported by the organizational manuals. So that is giving us an information. So this information is all about each position in the organization. So it is trying to give us some consistency and uniformity in the procedures and practices what is being done in the organization. Same way, an organization chart and manual both are trying to give us the structure of the organization, the position and the hierarchy. So when we take any organization or manual, we can easily understand how the authority is flowing, and that is what has been done in the organization manual. So manual is nothing but it is a handbook. As I told you, it is a written handbook, or even we can have a hand bounded book also. So even sometimes we have a loose leaf which is giving us information about the policies, procedures about the particular organization. It is a supplementary document which is trying to help us to understand the organization. So as I told you, these charts and manuals are prepared in order to know about the organization structure. So we know about the different types of organization structure, line and staff structure, or matrix form of organizational structure. So all these are already discussed. So you can refer to the previous videos which have been posted in the YouTube channel. And today we are talking about organization charts, which is giving us some supplementary towards your structure. That is, they are giving us some idea about the structure. So this chart or manuals or like tools. As I told you, it is a much helpful to have a management control. So then executive can easily find his place in the hierarchy chart. So it is a flow of authority organization. So why do we have this organization chart? As this organization charts are acting as a source of information. As I told you, it is telling us the authoritative level, and it is like a source of information. So any person one who is looking into the organization can know how the organization is being functioning and what are the importance of this particular organizational thing. So this is like positions. So whatever position is being held, like the line of authority and the responsibility which is given in the organization are well defined, and they are much formal to understand. And it also shows the lines of primary functions of the management. So it is much helpful for planning also. So it is a small book which is containing information about various positions, their authority, responsibility, even salary is being discussed, activities done, duties, then job description, and regarding each function. So each function, what is the role they have to follow, all these are being given. And it is like giving us some picture about a particular organization. So it is giving us a like we can call it as a blueprint of the organization. So this is like they are much informative, and any person who is new to the organization can understand about the organization or the company. It, as I told you, the lines of primary function of the management helps us go for planning. How it is now, this is telling us the manager, that is who is the manager in that particular position, what is the function he is performing, what is the responsibility he is holding, and what are the things which he is accountable. All that are easily understandable. So when we have organizational chart which is very clear, there is they can avoid the overlapping. So overlapping or duplication of such works can be easily eradicated. And also it is like preparing and giving organization charts and manuals give us clarity. So there is a clarity. So the outsiders who is having a quick access to the organization can easily understand, and they have the clarity about all the aspects of the company or the organization. Even they cannot have misunderstanding of the juridical problems, and also they can easily try to solve out or minimize the conflicts, that is organizational conflicts. So as we know, the chart is very easy for reference, and it is giving us correct decisions, and it is also, it can be used as a documental evidence, whereby when we want to make any change, we can make changes in the organization structure by making changes in the organization charts and manuals. So with this particular help of a chart, as I told you, the outsider who is coming to the organization can easily approach, so that he did not wait for much time or go for understanding the organization. And when the line of authority is easily understandable with respect to responsibility and accountability, this organizational chart will try to minimize the organizational disputes, or even they try to solve the disputes organization. So organization chart manual, as I told you, it is a supplementary and which is providing additional details of information which is shown in the organization chart. So manual is supplementary to organization chart, and this cannot include, as I told you, organization cannot give all the details. So this manual is a supplementary, like it is a bounded book, or it can be in loose leaves, which gives us all the information. So detailed information which is much desirable and necessary to understand an organization. And the organization manual, as I told you, it is like a containing information about the objectives of the organization, authority and responsibility of various positions, and process and procedures what are being followed, like policies of the organization, rules of the organization. All these are being given in the organization manual. So now, how they are going to prepare this manual? So they are preparing it in the form of parts. So what they do is, they first have the organizational objectives and policies. So that will be the first and foremost part in the organization manual, which is giving us a statement of organization objectives and policies. Second one is, they are giving us information about job descriptions. So what are the jobs they are doing? So job description of major positions. So which is including what are the functions being performed, the authority and responsibility, accountability, then relationship which is existing between different positions, and report relationship also, that is unity of chain of command. All this information are being given. And the third part will be containing the organizational procedures, methods, rules and regulations, understanding. So as I told you, we have a three structure over here. So this is how the organization manual is being having parts like so first introductory part will have the nature, objectives, location and organization structure. As far as the administrative part is concerned, it gives us why this manual is being prepared, what is the policy of this management, what are the problems like organization conflicts or problems which are to be sought out, and as I told you, job description, nature of job, position held, then rules and regulations, and this manual has the organization chart. As far as the procedural aspect of that is concerned, it gives us instructions. So what are the instructions to be done in order to perform the job in a standardized way? Then regarding non-standard jobs, what is the instruction given? And sometimes we use some specimen forms. So all are given this chart. So this is the contents of organization manual. So we have the full name of the organization, then telephone of the organization. It gives a brief explanation about the organization, rules regarding a promotion, leave, transfer, then all information regarding this leave, promotion, transfer, duties and responsibility of each position, and the executives, their name, address and their position held, their accountability, responsibility. Then if you have any showrooms, all these addresses, and what are the branches are there, even the branch addresses to be given, and important sections, and we have the specimen forms. So these are the things which are being included in the particular organizational manuals.